Town of Aurora Senior Center. Could you please send a car over? I have an unwanted guest that will not leave. Thank you.
You just called the police on a member of the public?
You understand what's happening here?
Oh, what's going on?
This man came into the building with no business being there, said it's a public building.
Try and put up some private property signs or keep things locked where you don't want the general public getting into kind of thing.
Okay.
Sucks, but...
Yeah, okay.
What sucks about freedom and the right?
Yeah, because normally...
Your body camera?
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking.
Quit touching me.
Officer safety.
Quit touching me. Why are you Why is he touching me?
He wants to get past. He knows like the fine line he has to follow. Right. Like if he will never step over it. He walks that fine line, hoping that like either yourself or a police officer oversteps, so that way he can take us to court and whatnot. So his name is Dan Mormis. He's when I was in the police academy, he came to the police academy and was harassing all of the recruits. So he does this all the time.
Just don't walk in and start filming.
Yeah, this guy does, unfortunately.
Because like I said, he's been in the public life.
So in this situation, what's the...
We're not going to talk about anything until the body cams are off.
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing no more. I'll take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, I got to ask you.
With all of it.
Hey, do me a favor. Wait for the SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
Alright, Erie County Fam, this is a follow-up video from the original video posted on January 11th of 2024. And this incident that this video is about happened on December 29th, 2023. And this video is to show how dirty the East Aurora Police Department is, how they investigate themselves and find no wrongdoing. And they cover up for Cartwright, who went hands-on for me, and to show you how useless an officer complaint form really is, or filing a complaint, when these police departments just investigate themselves and cover for themselves. So let's go ahead and recap the incident, and then I will show you new body camera footage parts that are in this film to show you how dirty the East Aurora Police Department really is.
Later.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Me? I'm just taking some pictures of the office here.
Okay, don't take me.
And you're with?
I'm by myself.
And what are you taking pictures for?
Oh, just a story I'm working on East Aurora.
Okay. I'm just asking because it's not every day somebody just comes in and randomly starts taking pictures.
Yeah, just taking pictures of the office, what's available, some of the pamphlets on the wall, decorations, you know, how the place looks, what's available for the public.
For
public dissemination. I'm going to disseminate it all to the public.
Do you have a card or something?
I do, but I don't usually give it out because it's actually an investigation, so I can't give out any information because it might impede my investigation.
Well, I would really appreciate you writing your name down so the director... Excuse me, I don't feel comfortable you taking pictures and... Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Unless you have permission from...
This is a public area.
Well, it is, but...
Yeah. So anything I can see, I can take pictures of.
Could you give me your name just so the director knows who is...
I actually can't because there might... Like I said, it's an investigation going on.
Okay,
so.
then maybe I would ask you to stop taking pictures then, please?
No, I'm just going to take the pictures I need and I'll be on my way. Your name is?
No, I'm not at liberty if you're not going to give me your name, sir.
Don't you work for the public?
I don't feel comfortable you filming.
Do you work for the public?
Do you work for the public?
No, I don't. I'm an independent.
I ask you to please leave our facility.
I hear you requesting that, but I'm going to have to respectfully decline to leave until I'm done with my photos. But you do work for the public,
Would you like me
right?
to call my boss?
You can call whoever you like.
I'm asking you to stop filming. I don't feel comfortable you taking pictures of our members' names and... Do you know what I mean? It's just a little awkward if you won't
Yeah, I mean, you can
share why you're...
Cover up anything that you think is not supposed to be out to the public.
Oh, my word.
You don't want to say your name, though?
No, because you won't give me your name.
You work for the public. I don't.
Doesn't matter, sir.
I think it matters. You get paid by tax dollars, and
Oh, my
members of the
word.
public come out here.
Oh, my word.
You should be able to at least give a first name.
Susan?
How would think
Could
that
I ask your assistance for a minute, please?
your name is probably public record.
This gentleman is taking pictures and photos of clients.
There's HIPAA protected information.
And I've asked him to leave, and he won't leave because
What are you doing here?
Your name is?
I won't.
Yeah, I
won't-
don't have to give you my name.
Oh, well, I don't have to listen to you because you won't even tell me who you are.
Can I?
Yeah, call because there's HIPAA protected information here, so he absolutely cannot be filming. Yeah. That's weird. I've seen this on TikTok before. There's always troublemakers like this.
I
around.
just don't feel comfortable.
It's a senior center and an adult daycare.
Hi, this is Jennifer at the Town of Aurora Senior Center. Could you please send a car over? I have an unwanted guest that will not leave. 101 King Street. Thank you.
You just called the police on a member of the public?
Yeah.
In public?
I'm protecting my members.
By violating somebody else's civil rights?
You won't.
No,
you won't share why you're here, sir.
Yeah, there's.
I did
HIPAA
share why I'm here.
No, our people are covered by
I told-
HIPAA.
See, I'm not bound by HIPAA.
Our people are.
Yeah,
We're
but I'm
protecting
So
our
not.
it's
members.
absolutely.
I'm in a publicly accessible area.
Yeah, I see
You
clowns like you
weren't
all
though,
the
sir.
time
The
on
door was
TikTok.
You
shut.
seen
And the
what?
lights are off.
You seen what?
Clowns like you on
Clowns,
TikTok all
huh?
the time. Yeah.
Sir,
This is
the
a
door
public-
was
this
shut
is a
and the lights
public-
were off, and you came in.
This door was definitely not shut.
It was shut.
You're a loser.
Hi.
I'm a loser?
Hi, Carol.
You guys are gonna.
We don't
be
find it
rude.
funny to
I don't find it
protect
funny
our-
being called a loser either.
I didn't call you any names. I said I don't find it funny and I don't feel comfortable. This is our members' club.
This is a public entity.
It is, but
This is a public space.
I don't go to
This is
your
publicly
home.
accessible.
I don't go to your home and take pictures.
I don't go to your home either.
Well, this is like my home.
No, this is a public space.
This is my home. I protect. This is my family.
You understand what's happening here?
Well, what's going on?
This man came into the building with no business being there, said it's a public building. We have HIPAA protected information. Our people that come to this building are protected by privacy laws, and he will not leave. He wants my name, he's filming us, and we really don't want him to know. And he's saying because it's a public place, he went into the office where they're by law we are
It's a
bound by
publicly
privacy.
accessible
I
area,
talked to our
unlocked,
attorney.
open doors.
She said he absolutely
Go up
cannot
to the
be in
counter
office where all
and
the
talk to
private
some people.
information
Yeah.
is, healthcare information. You're familiar with him? He wants to take over the office.
You're not going to give your name? You're not going to state your name as a public employee?
I'm not a public employee.
You don't work for the public?
No, absolutely
No, where do you get your
not.
paycheck from?
I run a nonprofit organization.
This is a non-profit? This isn't a public building?
Part of this building is a nonprofit agency, and if you step foot in there, you will be arrested.
How much that foot, if I'm going to be arrested for going in this public building?
In the part of the building that I run, you are forbidden entrance. Is that locked?
No, ma'am.
Will you lock it?
You want it?
Yeah, lock it.
She's coming.
You can talk to the police officer through the window. And if he does go with that part of the building, it's a private nonprofit. I do want him arrested for trespass.
What part of this building is private? Are you aware, officer?
Yeah, man, we're trying to figure out where he can and can't go. Like, is there anything that
He
marks where it's-
absolutely is forbidden from going in that office.
Sure.
He's forbidden. I will have him arrested if he goes beyond that door right there, because that's a private nonprofit.
Okay.
There's something else privately I want to tell you.
What part of this public building is private?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, Dan.
The idea that he's
I mean, I just walked up to the open door that says the reception area. I walked up to the receptionist desk and they flipped out.
Well, not everyone's happy with everyone.
Transparency.
Well, again, we don't know what people are doing. That's why we go to calls and talk to everyone involved and go from there, you know?
Gotcha.
There's an alien meeting starting soon. The idea that he's going to be here filming is making me shake. I can't believe it. I almost feel like I'm going to tell people to go in a separate entrance or something.
Okay. Well,
He can't go in the office because there is HIPAA-protected information in there.
okay.
He absolutely cannot go in there. And he can't go into my
So where can he go?
Anywhere in here.
In here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Library?
Mm-hmm.
Any of that?
Yeah.
Library?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How you doing?
Pretty good. So we clarify what part of this public building is non-publicly accessible, it's private?
So anywhere besides the rooms that she explained to you before.
They're private?
There's HIPAA protected
Yeah, but
information
it
in
doesn't
those
apply to
rooms.
me. If my Republic can walk into there, it doesn't apply to them. Like, I understand.
She said you
HIPAA.
can roam in here, go in the library, any of those rooms over there.
So I'm not, I understand that I'm not allowed to go, past locked doors, restricted access areas, but I don't believe that office is restricted access. The door was open, it's a reception area in a public building. I mean, are you telling me that that's a private office?
Well,
that I'm not allowed to
I'll
walk in
confirm
there?
with her, Dan.
So that door was open when you got here?
Yeah, just like this.
No.
So is this a private office or public? Because it looks public to me. It's in a public building.
It is private.
The door was shut. And the light was off.
I'm reminding you, it's all on video.
That's
Whether this
fine.
door is shut, is
Well, it was supposed
is
to
it
be
shut right now?
If it was, it's
So the
open
public
now.
is not allowed to walk in here up to this counter?
Not when the light is off and the door is shut. And to just
So the light's on and the door is not shut, so I'm allowed in here now? Let's be clear. I mean, I'm here to follow the law. I'm not here to break the law. I don't want to break the
I
law.
didn't feel comfortable with you taking photographs. I asked you to stop.
Well, unfortunately,
I was at a doctor's appointment by herself. She had the door closed, and she did have the door closed because I closed it when I left. And she, here, just a moment, I'll finish it.
But if you're going to leave the office, then
And
you
she
can close
said-
that office and it'll be...
And she felt threatened. And I had, before I left, I was doing documentations for trips and people that are coming for our taxes. I had names and phone numbers all on the desk. She said he was here filming it, which for us, we're protected by HIPAA.
Sure.
Okay, so...
she called the police like I'm doing something wrong. I'm definitely not.
And I truly am a HIPAA covered entity. My client's information is underneath. We cannot be in there.
Yeah.
Some
Absolutely.
information in that office is protected, though.
Yeah.
Correct. And who's the onus on to protect that information? Is it on me, the general
I
public,
guess-
or is it on the people who work there?
Going forward, I guess just try and make sure that door's locked at all times and closed, so.
On the
Right.
information that's in the office.
So if they
He's
have people's personal
more
information,
familiar with them,
protected, and I'm
and
sitting here with the
what he's
camera
looking
like
for
this.
is he's looking
Am I
for a
breaking the
super
law?
sandwich, he's looking for things to get messy,
No.
and then for one of us,
Right,
any
so
one of us,
all
to
of
lose
us
our
are
jobs,
people
yeah,
who-
exactly.
Are,
It might
held by HIPAA, not
help,
myself.
again, this
Yes, but the door was closed and you walked in.
Ooh.
envy in him,
The door was closed
to
when you
put up,
first got
you
here.
know, no admittance past this
That's
point
what
or
I was
something like that,
saying.
now entering
Oh,
private
okay.
But that's why I
property.
did it before they
So is this a public building? For sure, but let's face it,
How you doing,
at
sir?
a certain level, it is private property. I mean, for him to
Right.
Yeah,
be doing this.
okay.
So.
Come in.
I haven't seen you in ages. Who are you? It's wonderful to see you.
Okay.
You're looking
So,
good.
thank you. All right.
If there's any further issues,
And
just
if
give
you
us a
don't want to
buzz.
be filmed,
Sure.
just keep
Okay.
on walking.
You know,
It was great to see you.
like I said, going forward, try and put up some private property signs or
Okay.
keep things locked where you don't want the general public getting into kind of thing.
Okay.
Sucks, but
Yeah, okay.
What sucks
Will do.
about freedom and the right
Yeah,
of the
because
people?
normally the people that come to the senior center never, ever go in that office.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
just standard protocol. You know, that's just,
Yeah,
an honors
Right.
based thing. And now, because of our visitor, we'll change that.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
And luckily, my place is,
Well, your doors are locked.
Well, and mine is private property, mine is,
Officer,
I'm not part of the town.
What is unfortunate
So
about
he
people
doesn't,
having constitutional
he
rights?
can't come in my place, and if he does, I'll call him.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay, all right. So I
I guess
appreciate
lessons
it.
learned going forward kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, we appreciate it.
But by all means, call anytime.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
What is unfortunate about people exercising their constitutional rights?
Thank you, Officer Gatz.
You're welcome. That's what we call a walk of shame.
Did Officer Spot come out, or is?
So what is unfortunate about people being able to exercise their rights and hold government accountable?
You don't think you got the whole thing, Dan?
No, because that's what I heard. Like you're saying, it's not unfortunate. It is. Unfortunate. To exercise constitutional rights in public. I don't get it.
Oh, there he is. Oh.
It's not a good look for the East Aurora PD. You're not representing them well. Your body camera on the whole time in here? Your body camera
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking.
Quit touching me.
Officer safety.
Quit touching me. Why are you why is he touching me?
He wants to get past you to get into that office.
The door's locked. He didn't even say excuse me or nothing. He's just gonna grab me? Who do you think you are? You need to file a complaint against you?
Do what you gotta
Cartwright?
do, man.
I asked you a question. Is your body camera on this whole time? Then you just put your hands on me. Yeah. I have to file a complaint against this clown.
You all good?
Yep.
Second.
We can check this.
Okay.
And I truly am. I don't know if he's doing it right or wrong. I did not feel comfortable him being
No,
in here
so-
with the camera while I'm here by myself.
So what he
That
does,
light was off. That door was shut.
yeah,
I was in my office.
and he just barged in.
Well, he didn't barge.
Did he
but I
knock on the
heard-
door?
No, I heard somebody, so I got up. And there's a guy with a camera, and I'm like, excuse me, there's
Yeah.
names, there's phone numbers, there's clipboards.
So he,
Need to be taken
yeah,
pictures
no,
of.
that's definitely not. So what he does is he's got a YouTube channel. He's got actually quite a following. He goes around to all these public buildings and police stations and whatnot, and he tries to incite exactly what's going on right now by it's not like invading. He knows like the fine line he has to follow.
Right.
Like if he will never step over it. He walks that fine line, hoping that like either yourself or
Right.
a police officer oversteps, so that way he can take us to court and whatnot. So his name is Dan Mormis. He's when I was in the police academy, he came to the police academy and was harassing all of the recruits. So he does this all the time.
I just don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
And then
completely understand.
was walking by, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I need your help.
No, it's completely
He
understandable.
was asking for a foil.
Yeah,
He's talking about, just don't, I asked you not to film.
yeah.
I
So
asked for his name and because he said he was doing a private investigation.
that's what he does. That's his story for
I need your
everything.
business card. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
So
going to tell him my name if he won't give me any.
yeah, I wouldn't. Can I just get like a rundown of everything that happened? So you said you're sitting at your desk.
I was in here.
Okay.
That light was off. That door was shut.
Okay.
And then, sometimes people come in and say hello. So he didn't. But I heard something, so I got up and I came around the corner and he was standing there with a camera.
Dan was out in hall. And you said he asked for a FOIL form?
Well, that was after I asked him to stop. So when I came out, he was like taking pictures of that wall. And then he was taking pictures of the clipboards that are on our counter. And then he kept walking to the other things, and I was like,
Yeah.
excuse me, what are you doing? Can I help you? And he said, that's when he told me he was doing a private
Oh,
investigation.
this gentleman wants.
Wants help.
No, talk to you later.
So that's when he told me he was doing a private investigation. And I said, well, I asked him for his business card to give to our director. People just don't walk in and start filming.
Yeah, this guy does, unfortunately.
Because like I said, he's been at the public library on Main Street, so.
Yeah, he films this, posts it on YouTube. He like I was saying, he was.
So you'll be on the.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, I like the door. You can get out, but I like the door. This is insane. This is insane.
Just keep the, what's that?
All good?
Yeah. Just,
Who's the supervisor? Who's the supervisor around here? Is there a supervisor here?
Lieutenant Welch is the supervisor on duty today.
Can you call him down here?
Sure.
Thank you. Officer Cartwright here thinks he can just put his hands on somebody, he can move him out of the way instead of saying, excuse me, I'm not under arrest, I'm not breaking the law. You have zero authority over me. You do not put your hands on citizens. You don't grab their arms like that. You don't push nobody. That's not lawful. You don't have no lawful authority to do nothing. Nobody's breaking the law. You understand?
Supervisor, if you could swing through.
You good?
Yep. All right. Why don't you stick around while your supervisor comes down here after you put your hands on him?
Lieutenant Welch is on his way down, Dan.
You got a card or anything? This clown wants to put his hands on people like he's some tough guy. He can just do whatever he wants because he wears a badge. This is what gives police a bad look. You guys understand that? Don't stand in my view. I'm gonna put my hands on you. What a clown.
Supervisor will be here momentarily.
Alright, thank you.
Okay?
Are you taking off or are you hanging out until he gets here?
I'll hang out.
Did you see him grab me like that?
I happen to be looking out the door, so I didn't see him grab you.
That's the kind of stuff that gives you guys a bad look. I mean, all I asked him was the camera's on. He ignored me and I stepped into his view and he grabs me for officer safety. I mean, come on. Officer safety is cowardism. You know, public safety is heroism.
Fun, wow. Is all these ladies in an uproar in there over this? What's going on?
Not much. I need to file an official complaint against an officer of yours who put his hands on me unlawfully.
What's that?
I need to file an official complaint against an officer who put his hands on me unlawfully.
What do you mean he put his hands on you?
Grabbed my arm and he pushed me on my chest and tried to move me because of officer safety, he claimed, but
Okay.
he has no lawful authority to put his hands on anybody.
Well, what happened? What led up to it?
I asked him if his body camera was on, and he ignored me. And I took a step over like this to his point of view. I said, sir, is your body camera on? And then he grabbed me. He grabbed me around, around my arm right here, and he pushed me like this, and he tried moving me. And I didn't break no law, so I don't see what authority he had to even put his hands on me or have any control of where a free citizen stands or is, to move. So I want to file an official complaint, but I can't go to the police department.
Why can't you?
I have a federal court order that would make that a violation of my federal probation to step foot on police department property. So I need to do that here with you, or
Do you have a video?
I do have
of
video
this whole incident?
I have it on body camera, I have it on this camera, and I have it on this camera.
What's your first name?
My name is Daniel.
What's your date of birth? Just had a birthday. What's your address? Your phone number?
716.
Okay. And what was the officer's name?
I want to say it was Cartwright. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I do have an officer Cartwright here.
Yeah, Cartwright. He was just here at this call.
Was this inside here?
It was inside here.
Okay. Why don't you show me how this whole thing went down?
Well, this lady who works for the public who won't identify herself called the police because I was filming in publicly accessible areas.
I didn't call, and I don't work for this.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'm talking to him right now. And they came, they lied. This lady lied and said this door was shut and it was restricted access area. The door was wide open. There's people standing in there. I walked in there, I took some pictures of the stuff that's available, what the office looked like. They asked me to leave. I was on a publicly accessible area. that they have no right to ask me to leave a public area. I think a matter of 4 officers showed up, plus you're the 5th here, I believe. This gentleman here was very polite and cordial. I appreciate him. But this Cartwright came in, and he was standing right here, and I was standing here, and I asked him, and it's on his body camera, and my body camera, it's on 4 different cameras, and I'm sure there's some security footage in here of him grabbing me. And I asked him, is your body camera on for this? Because he was saying unprofessional things like, unfortunately, the public has the right to video record in public spaces. And I asked him, I said, it's unfortunate that people have civil rights, and he's ignoring me, acting very unprofessional as an officer, unbecoming of the uniform. And he was standing here, I think he was looking into this window, and I asked him if his body camera was on. That's when I stepped over and I said, sir, is your body camera on? That's when he reached out and grabbed me.
Okay.
And he had no
Did you like enter his personal space, or
No.
that he felt threatened by you?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I can stop this one camera, roll it back if you want to see it.
Sure.
Like, no closer than me and you. He had to step forward to grab me.
Okay.
Your body camera on the whole time in here? Is your body camera on? Get out of the way. Quit touching me. Officer safety. Quit touching me. Why is he touching me?
He wants to get past you to get into that office.
The door's locked. You didn't say excuse me or nothing. He's just gonna grab me? Who do you think you are? I need to file a complaint against you? Cartwright? He thinks it's a joke, so do what you gotta do. I don't want to file a complaint, and I don't want to complain. I don't want to be that guy, but like, all right, say you were at a bar and you got in a little scuffle with somebody gave you a shove, right? You could probably shrug that off. But when you're in this uniform, somebody gives you a little shove, that's a problem. Because you're in a uniform, the uniform needs to be respected, right? Same thing here. I have a job to do. First I'm an auditor. I disseminate the information to the public. I show how the police interact. I show how the people interact with the public, right? I don't want to file a complaint against them, but now I have to because the people expect me to. And I have to go to the full extent of the law to hold this guy accountable. Now my body camera and his body camera is going to show you even more. I'm going to full request his body camera footage. I'm going to see if there's cameras in this building we can full request. And I'm going to get it all, but the point is, he has no authority to put his hands on me at that point.
Prior to that, did he ask you to get out of the way so you could go in there? Did he say step aside?
He watched the whole thing.
What transpired prior to so he was trying to get in here for? I'm good.
I don't even think he was trying to get in there.
Officer Spahn was in that room.
Okay,
there was an officer in there.
So the officer with him is currently in training. So if he was watching his performance or watching his whatever it is he was doing, he was observing his trainee. If he felt the need to go in there to deal with him, I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet, but is that what?
All right. So say I'm here to take pictures, and I want to take a picture behind you. Do I just say get out of the way, grab your arm and your chest, and move you?
Well,
or do you say
no.
excuse me? I mean, there's a polite way of doing it. Number one, that's the polite way of doing it. Number two, I have not broken no law here.
Okay.
I have committed no crime, and under the Fourth Amendment, I have authority over him versus me. So he has no authority to put his hands on me whatsoever.
All right. Well, I've got your information.
I'd like to put an official complaint in. I can't come to the police station.
That's what this is.
I would like to.
So it'll be.
Fill out the paperwork.
I will obviously investigate. I'll look at everything all the things that I have access to, and I'll be sure to get back to you with what we figure out.
All right, Erie County Fam, as you can see, Lieutenant Welch said he was going to do his investigation, but you could already see from day one from him taking the complaint in that office, he was already making excuses for Cartwright. But let's go ahead and go over what they come to the conclusion of in this investigation of an officer clearly putting his hands on somebody unlawfully. When you don't break a law, these cops have no authority to put your hands on you. And officer safety is not a law. They had no right to touch me, yet they did. And let's see what they wrote in their narratives and how they come to the conclusion on the officer complaint. This is the stuff I've received through FOIL. And as you can see, it's an officer complaint against Officer Cartwright Stephen. And let's go ahead and scroll down through it here. Let's go ahead and read their narrative here, what they were right. It says here, accused police officer Cartwright of grabbing his left arm. All right, it says, East Aurora police received a call from the East Aurora Senior Center of an unwelcome guest on 12/29/23. At 1400 hours, patrol responded to the King Street and Aurora Senior Center. Patrols met employees and Daniel Warmus in parking lot. All parties went inside the Senior Center while investigating the complaint. And Mr. Warmus, police officer Cartwright, was observing training officer. Speaking with the complainant, Mr. Warmus steps into Cartwriter's personal space, guys. I stepped into his personal space now.
Your body camera
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking.
Quit touching the officers.
As you can see, Erie County Fam, the man's personal space is anywhere within 3 feet from him because I am at least 2 feet away from him, and he's got to take a step forward to close the gap because now, as you can see, I am in his personal space. So he takes a step forward, grabs out in front of me, takes another step forward, and grabs my arm here to move me out of his personal space, fam. That's the East Aurora PD's definition of personal space. This is what they're writing down at their narrative. And in his view of the officer in training, Cartwright used his arms to push both Mr. Warmus and his camera equipment out of the view of training officer. Cartwright did not grab Mr. Warmus's arm nor act in an aggressive in any way and told Mr. Warmus he was moving for officer safety. Now, let's go ahead and take a look to see if Mr. Cartwright, in your guys' opinion, did that viciously or, did he never grab my arm like they stated in this thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Is your body camera
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
Saying get out of my way and grabbing somebody and moving them with force, that's definitely not aggressive in any manner, correct, fam? According to the East Aurora PD, that's not aggression. That's normal everyday behavior, that you would just move somebody out of the way.
Is your body camera
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking.
Quit touching officer safety. Quit touching me. Why are you
So, Erie County Fam, the East Aurora PD, through watching this very body camera footage, says that Cartwright never illegally touched my camera or myself, and he certainly never stuck his hand around my left arm. As you can see, right there, he clearly has a hold of my arm, but he didn't do that according to their written report. And if you look very carefully, watch right here, you'll see where there's a vein on his arm. Right there, you see it? That's where he's squeezing my arm super tight. But no, he never put his arm on me. He never grabbed my arm. What do you think, fam? Did Officer Cartwright grab my arm like I said he did and he squeezed it? Or did he never grab my arm like their written report says? What do you think? Is the East Aurora PD full of criminals and crooks and liars, or are they full of heroes? You let me know what you think in the comment section, please. Oh wait, Erie County Fam, we got that from another angle to show that Officer Cartwright never ever grabbed my arm. He didn't grab my arm. According to the police and their review of their own body cameras, he never grabbed my arm. So you guys let me know what you think, whether the police department are honorable or not, because I don't know what you guys, but that body camera footage of theirs pretty much looks like he's grabbing my arm pretty good and catch my attention. But I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things wrong. Do you guys think you're seeing it wrong too? Did Cartwright grab my arm or not? All right, fam, this is the final report that the East Aurora Police Department has written up here. And it is the final report here. And this is what they wrote. As you are aware, on Friday the 29th, 2023, responding to the Senior Center for a report of unwelcome guests, an employee of the Senior Center contacted the dispatch reporting unknown male had been asked to leave. However, he refused. I reviewed the body-worn camera and had recorded. You arrived on location with trainee Paul Spawn. You were met with representatives of the East Aurora Day Services and Daniel Warmus in the parking lot. Also arriving on location were Officer Galstone and Diaz. Mr. Warmus is known as a local First Amendment rights activist and has been known to video several aspects of government. Mr. Warmus claims to be at the town of East Aurora owned and operated senior center filming public areas. While the senior centers, you were standing in hallways with your trainee. Officer Spawn was inside the senior center office but viewable through a window of the office entrance door. While you were observing police officer Spawn, Mr. Warmers asked you if your body-worn camera was on. After not responding, Mr. Warmers quickly, guys, let's go see how fast and how quick, because it must have been scary quick, to alarm him for officer safety. Let's go see how officer I moved right quickly in front of his face.
Is your body camera
Get out of my way.
Boy, that was quick. Was it not quick, fam? I mean, that is enough to scare anybody, So Warmers quickly then stepped between you and the door in your view of Officer Spawn, and again asked you if your body camera was on. At this point, you said, "Get out of my way," and used your left arm and guided the camera equipment to your left, and used your right arm to move Mr. Warmers out of your line of view of Officer Spawn. Mr. Warmers had made a complaint against you for grabbing his left arm. Your body camera footage was reviewed, and it would appear that you at no time grabbed Mr. Warmers' arm. Let's go ahead and look at the body camera footage, and you guys tell me if at no time you seen him grab my arm. So you can clearly see in that body camera footage that you just reviewed, they grabbed my arm. And when I say he grabbed my arm, I'm saying if I was a woman and, bumping into something would bruise me, I would have had a bruise on my arm by how tightly Cartwright grabbed my arm. So for them to say he didn't do it with any aggression, he viciously grabbed my arm. That man wanted to hurt me. And I wouldn't lie to you guys. I have no reason to lie to you guys. I mean, This report fires me up and pisses me off because this is we investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing over and over again. They will not hold themselves accountable. This is why Officer Cartwright thinks he can get away with grabbing somebody and doing what he does because he knows they're going to cover for him. This Lieutenant Welch, you're a piece of trash. You're an absolute piece of trash. You're a disgrace to police everywhere. You are the reason why they say earn the hate. All right, you didn't hold your officer accountable. You covered for him, and you are an absolute total trash bag piece of trash. It says here in the report that Mr. Warmus pressed himself up against you and then audibly said, "You're grabbing me." But once again, Welch is bending the truth, fam, because watch this footage. Here I am. I stepped in front. Now you'll see him come up and grab me. Does anybody see me step towards Mr. Cartwright? Did I press my body up against him? Did I go towards him at all? No. That's some more fabricated BS from this police department covering for their shit Cartwright piece of crap officer who knows he can get away with this crap because the management is going to cover up for him, fam. As constructive criticism would be that instead of saying, "Get out of my way," you could have explained to Mr. Warmus that you were observing a training police officer and maintain line of sight as you moved him, saying verbally that maintains the officer's safety, and observe. Based on my investigations, an accusation of you grabbing Mr. Warmus is unfounded. It's unfounded. He didn't grab me, guys. Officer Lieutenant Welch did the investigation. As you guys see, his hand clearly around my arm. He never grabbed me. This is why they're trash bag pieces of crap. This is why nobody gets upset when there's a cop in a box anymore, because you guys are absolute trash. That is the East Aurora Police Department. Thank you, Officer Lieutenant Welch, for showing us that you are a piece of trash as well. You got trash Cartwright who could put his hands on people with no lawful authority, and he's got supervisors that are going to cover for it. That's the East Aurora PD. Complete trash. Absolute trash. You guys definitely let me know what you think about this in the comment section. But I do want to share one more thing about Officer Cartwright. You see, Officer Cartwright, for some reason, was a school resource officer, which means he was an officer who was stationed at the school. Well, Officer Cartwright was asked to be removed by the principal. And we're going to go ahead through the letter that they gave the school. It says here, this is from the principal of the school, asking for Mr. Cartwright to be removed. It says, in accordance with paragraph 12 of the agreement between East Aurora Union Free School District and the Village of East Aurora regarding school resource officer, I'm writing to request the replacement of Officer Stephen Cartwright as the district officer representing the school. We are appreciative of the service of Officer Cartwright has provided in the district over the past several years. We believe that our current criticisms warrant a change in the SRO. While serving as SRO, we found Officer Cartwright's level of student engagement did not meet the standards and a lack of initiating activities and furtherance of the agreement. Even after speaking with Officer Cartwright and encouraging him, he was not driven to take advantage of the opportunities to better our school community development and trust and relationships throughout the school business. Our goals as SR position is to make connections with all students, enthusiastically engaging in school activities and demonstrating community and school community. We are looking for an individual who has an attitude of conditioning skills that we need for our SRO. Accordingly, the district is requesting a new officer appointed for 2023 to 2024 school year. And this is from the principal. And, you know, I like to think that this letter is just that he just didn't engage enough with the students, but was Officer Cartwright's, performance in the school inappropriate? Did he do something he shouldn't have, other than just not engage? Well, the East Aurora Police Department has already proved that we'll never know. We will never know. We will never have transparency because they were covered for their officers. So here, Cartwright clearly showed lack of integrity, that he couldn't be continued with the SRO officer for a school, and he also can't keep his hands to himself and not lawfully put his hands on somebody. So you guys let me know what you guys think of Officer Cartwright in the comment section. I definitely have my opinion, and I think Cartwright is a piece of trash, but not as big as a piece of trash as Mr. Lieutenant Welch, because he's even a bigger piece of trash because he can't hold his officers accountable. You guys let me know what you think about all that in the comment section, and you guys let me know how worth it was it to file that officer complaint. So after the training officer and Cartwright left, they sat in their car and had a simple conversation. But in case you're wondering what they think about transparency, let's go ahead and listen to what they had to say about transparency.
So in this situation, what's the...
We're not going to talk about anything until the body cams are off.
That's right, fam. There is no transparency. They're not going to talk about it till the body cams are off. That's your East Aurora PD. Total trash. Welcome to East Aurora, baby.
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
He knows like the fine line he has to follow. Like if he will never step over it. He walks that fine line, hoping that like either yourself or a police officer oversteps, so that way he can take us to court and whatnot. So his name is Dan Mormis. So what he does is he's got a YouTube channel. He's got actually quite a following. He goes around to all these public buildings and police stations and whatnot, and he tries to incite exactly what's going on right now. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got actually quite a following.
You pull the Constitution out of your pockets out here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
You have every right to film out here and there.
Your name is not Dan, Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah,
Sure it is. I'm here as Dan, Erie County.
this.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.